one and only biggest gathering of Young African Media Summit. If you're excited to be here, put your hands together.
We are here talking about this summit. In that very virtual summit, we agreed that it was essential we had a Young African Media Fellowship, a fellowship that will bring young media practitioners from across the continent, bring in expertise, especially from the diaspora, to share their experiences of how they've made media great in other parts of the world. We are aware of how powerful the media is. America is, for no reason, one of the superpowers, because if I say they are number one, there will be debate. So let me just be kind. They are one of the world's superpowers. Not because of anything. One of the key things they did was using the power of media to promote America. So when you watch the movies today, all superheroes in the movies come from America. Much more is the mainstream media. We have CNN. Today, the big corporations in Africa, if you don't advertise on CNN or BBC, you have not gotten there yet. So the challenge is, who will be the next big African company that will be there on CNN? By the time we leave here, it's our expectation that partnership should be built. Points of reckoning for stakeholder engagement should be captured. And we'll celebrate some of the young fellows who went through our training program over the past 3 months as fellows.
I'm always excited being part of discussions that seek to provide hope for youth and a workable blueprint that will help them navigate their path towards the realization of their dreams. Today, one industry that is helping the youth to realize the dream is definitely the media sector. Engaging the African youth on summits like this, therefore, on how to leverage the opportunities available in the industry for their personal development must always be encouraged. And it is on that note, I wish to thank the organizers for putting this event together. Often, the mention of the media is narrowed to print, radio, and television. However, the scope is broad and it includes advertising, cinema, and now the internet.
I'm very open, as I said. As you made mention, I'll start writing letters to the agencies and we'll start giving to you more content.
I have this about 8 minutes ago, so I'll start from the very left. So let's make very definite statements about how we would the future might look like. What do you foresee it playing out like in the next 5 to 10 years? My question is still unanswered in terms of how we can tap into the billions that the global media is making of Africa. Because Ghana as a standalone is very small. But so how do we tap into that and how do we accelerate our potential as a country within Africa?
So I think it's already in progress. We should notice that even though we have what we call new media and traditional media, we have convergence. And the big differentiator is that what you would have watched on your 32 or 60 screen TV at home, okay, people are now tending to watch on also smaller devices for younger people. So there's convergence. Technology is helping, facilities is helping, etc. Content creation is still there, but you find that when they create the content, now access to platforms is a challenge. Bigger entities have the ability and resources to create these platforms. The company that I created and I still consult for. We moved from the traditional DSTV that and we went mobile. As I speak, there's a platform that was launched 2-3 years ago called Showmax. It's got a lot of back-end content. And even on DSTV for the first time, we had a dedicated channel for Ghanaian content. We started 4 years ago with music called Trace German, it focused on music content. So it's creating, the focus was to create a platform where people could place their content and still make money and monetize it. So the monetization was the thing. Now with Showmax, it is just like Netflix, streaming. Now it's gone into Europe, some parts of Asia. So you're able to carry your story much further, but you're giving money and before it is licensed. The entity has also commissioned some work. They went in terms of partnership with the NFA. They had a recent program, Juliet, where they put a lot of people in production together. I've just forgotten the name. But it was mainly sponsored by an entity through a partnership. So I believe there's convergence and we need to keep speaking together. Because at the end of it, much as you say you must have your own and then you go out. And remember, there's something called fake news. So at the same time, much as you let it go out, you should make sure that it is within a certain confines of regulation or ethics. Because on the flip side, it can be also very, very dangerous. In some places, wars have broken out because of things just going on. So we need some regulation because we are all not the same. Some people's heads are shaped more than others. So whilst we still move in that direction, we must do it together, but we should be empowered through policy as facilitators to make this happen. So that is that I see convergence, I see implementing policies. The broadcasting bill I speak about covers areas of regulation, there's infrastructure entity, there's another entity regulating content. But we realize that both have now joined. It's one. You cannot have infrastructure, the content doesn't move, that's more accessible. So these are all conversations. Regulating online is a global challenge. So it is still a conversation which is ongoing. And that conversation has to be sustained, and we need to put speed to it. And I think that in the next few years, for us, particularly in Africa, with what is happening in the world, I was watching the Juneteenth celebration in the US, in the US. There's a wave, and this is our time.
Okay.
So we must look at it and move the time to make it happen.
Okay. So well, this is our time. If you had $1 million today, you have to flip a coin within the media investment space. Where is your money going apart from me?
Right. I think I'll pick up from where he was.
We had a last panel, but due to a few technical issues, we wanted to skip that. But we have them here, and so like Nana Kwesi said, just a few minutes. And do I have Sita still around from Yalda? Mr. Sita, yes, okay, right. And then we'll have Mr. Alfred Okanse, Nana Kwesi, and Mr. Perkins Asante. Please, a round of applause for them.
All right, so can you take your seat? So that's Sita. Mr. Sita Sofo Lisan, President of AFTA Young Entrepreneurs Federation. And we have Perkins, Richard Perkins, and Woody Meyer. Oh, we round of applause for them. So this session will bother on digital media potential opportunities in Africa, harnessing global partnership for media innovation and development. Since it's 20 minutes, we want to do the digital media potential and opportunities. Woody, it will be fair to start with you.
Thank you once again. And it's good to know that I'm sitting down with my own people. I just had a meeting this morning about after this month, and then I'll mention you guys, so it's a pleasure. Social media in Africa, I'll say that it's more like virgin. We are not using it to its fullest potential because a lot of us don't understand how it works. I got the chance because I lived in China and I learned a lot. Had classmates from India. They educated me about how to use social media wisely, and I was fortunate. Then when I came back to Africa, I think anybody who would get a chance to meet me, I try to educate them on it, and I believe that in Africa, you will see my footprint in so many countries that I've been to. If you go to Nigeria, I was in Nigeria, I taught people how to actually use social media wisely, and they're making it big. In Ghana, some of the biggest names that you can mention. I just don't show my face that I'm the one behind it. But they were creating content, but they didn't know its potential. So I had to come in, and we made it happen. So I would just tell each and every one of you, social media is not for school dropout. It's not for school dropout. It's a multi-billion industry that I believe that as the youth of Africa, we can take advantage of. Don't be left out. I call it the green gold. See, can you believe like what passion, any passion that you have, you bring it on the internet, you sleep, you wake up, and you have money in your account. How many of you love eating? You are eating and you are just eating for free. No one is paying you for eating. Do you see a doctor that travels around Africa? He travels the world. He was a doctor. And all he does is to eat. He travels to eat. And when he eats, he gets paid for eating. I mean, it's going to be nice knowing that you eat and they pay you, right? Like we sing. There are people who got powerful voice. They only sing when they are in churches. Can you just sit down, sing something, post it, and you get paid for just singing? Whatever passion for me, I'm just going to make it a brief social media definition for YouTube. It's my stronghold. Definition for YouTube is equals to passion. Secondly, it becomes a business. Thirdly, it becomes an ATM machine. You know how ATM machine works? That's the definition for YouTube. Don't let anybody lie to you. I was in a conference in Ghana and people had mics and they were saying that, oh, YouTube doesn't pay. Then I felt so bad because I was sitting right there. So after the conference, because I didn't want to disrespect him, he's an elderly person, I called him behind the scene and I just showed him just one video, how much YouTube pays me for a video. He said, Jesus Christ, I think this can pay for my entire production. And I'm like, when I go back home, he was in my house. And I had to put him through. And now he doesn't need anybody to come and sponsor him before he does whatever he has to do. Because the videos itself has to pay him. And I just want to tell you guys, don't be left out. You have to start now. Thank you.
Great. I don't know if you're looking at the feed.
Thank you very much. I represent the After Young Entrepreneurs Federation, and then we are actually mobilizing the youth of Africa towards the African Free Continental Trade Area. So yes, certainly at AFIF, so I can talk for AFIF, the After Young Entrepreneurs Federation. Yeah, social media is very important to us. I think last month or so, I was with Kalije and with at the South African Ambassador's residence. And then afterwards, I had a meeting with Kalije, but you were out on the show. We are actually trying to see how we can use social media to promote the product and services of African youth. Because right now, most people are on social media. And then if we mobilize the youth, some of them are already producing one or two things, and they need access to markets, which we need to sell out. And I'm sure that at least you've dodged, you came to after, yes, it's very good, and I'll be comfortable speaking with it. But then I just want to let you understand that I'm the first person who set up a successful TV station in northern Ghana. If you've heard of North TV called NTV.
We can give my round of applause for that.
So I have already, I have a lot of interest in the media. I think that's why the other people said that I need to come on this. Because media, I'm so passionate about media to the extent that I had to resign from EcoBank to do TV. And then bring about development using TV. And then I've churned out a lot of successful people in the media industry when it comes to northern Ghana. Now there are more than 5 TV stations in northern Ghana, but we are the premier TV station. We started everything. So certainly, media is a very powerful tool, and we believe that he who controls the media actually controls us and controls our future. And then social media is the next thing. So you ask my colleague from TV3 about whether, yes, we are actually threatened because we pay more than $8,000 to be hosted on multi-TV digital platform every month. So convert this amount. If one is to invest $8,000 on social media, getting followers, it will be cheaper to have your TV on social media than to have it on the traditional media where you'll be paying. And now most viewers are moving from that traditional into the social media because maybe there are certain programs that you are unable to watch. But then when it's on social media, anytime you go back to it, you can be able to watch it. So certainly, social media, but you cannot do without digital media. I know as we are progressing, we have to look at how the youth can be supported to actually take part or invest in this thing that we are talking about called digital media. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you. Alfred has an addition.
I'm the director of Takuba, a tech community in Africa. If you Google right now media companies, the first company that will come, the biggest media companies in the world, will be Apple. You all know Apple is a technology company, but it is a media company. And if you want to talk about how big the opportunity, let me explain something. Social media has 4 social zones. To have a social community. And so, for example, Facebook, if you want to put your identity, what you do, or LinkedIn, what you put your work, it means that it has the community where you can have your own life and all that. But we also have the social publishing, where people can Medium, YouTube, like Udmana said, you can put content, your creatives, if you're a poet, if you're a musician, if you're a videographer, whatever it is. Then we also have the social entertainment, where now people play games online and all that. But we also have the social commerce. So social media is just 4 zones. I mean, you can use it for all of them, and interlap. So, but what you have to understand as an individual is that there's a lot of opportunity in it. For tech, for example, when we had the COVID and we had issues, to enterprise resource planning software and stuff. What really helped out was people were building e-commerce sites, and that's what actually saved that. So I want to encourage everybody here, like if you want to do anything, think about social media and its importance and what it can do for the bottom line. I think it's great.
Alfred is in the traditional media space. Do you feel irrelevant now?
Well, what a question. Anyway, so good afternoon to you all. And to be honest, we saw it as a threat earlier. But now we see it as an opportunity because traditional media is leveraging on the possibilities and the advantages of social media or digital media for that matter to expand our wings where we couldn't get to through traditional media. We are using digital media to get to that place. So for instance, we make sure one of our KPIs at TV3 I can speak for, and I think many other media houses in this country, is to stream specific programs online. We make sure that while you are watching it live on television, it's being streamed online. And this is it. We get a global audience because if we are only on TV3, here's what happens. Is the people in about 10 out of the 12 regions that we have in Ghana who can watch the news or Date Rush or Ghana's Most Beautiful or those other ones that we have. But if we're streaming it on Facebook, for instance, or YouTube, we have a global audience. And that is what has shot our numbers up so high. In fact, we have some companies now who are advertising only on our Facebook page. They don't put their adverts on TV3 as a traditional media for you to see. So if Daytrax is streaming live on Facebook and then we have like 19K live views on there, the person who's putting his advert there can measure how many people are watching his advert at a particular point in time. That's the benefits that we're getting now. So I think that the evolution of time has helped traditional media, those who really want to understand what digital media has brought and will bring, because it is not even the future, it is now. I don't know about GTV, but I can speak for TV3 and the others. But you can see what's happening, right? That everybody is evolving. We either innovate or die. And the media houses that are dying and are closing down are those who are dogmatic in their thinking and they don't want to just respond to the changing trends as we are seeing. So yes, I think it's no more a threat. We don't feel irrelevant. I think we feel more purposeful now about what the future brings for digital media, and it can only get better. Yeah.
All right, so the conversation is still on social media. We have some couple of messages here, very relevant and brilliant questions being asked by the moderator. That's from Nawas.
I had an advice for you. See, please stop paying the $8,000. Give it to this man. He will help you to get more viewers than you are getting on multi-TV. I hope there's no multimedia stuff here.
And they are watching online.
I've got to be honest with you.
They are watching online.
See, I am happy to see my colleagues here, but personally, for WODE Maya, I think that the organizers, kudos to you. This session, tell you what, people pay as much as $500 to listen to him. That's one of the sessions I was privy to. The fee to pay to have him have a talk for people. This was, I think it's in Nigeria or Ethiopia, one of them. $500. Right? And he's here, he's Ghanaian, he's doing this virtually for free. Because if you really want to charge us,
let's pay him with an applause.
Please put your hands together for him, honestly. The guy, one of the guys he trained, he was sharing his experience. I think his first check from YouTube was $20,000. I was sitting in the crowd and I did the conversion. I melted it into Ghana cedis so I can understand exactly what the figures look like. That's 160,000 cedis for that matter. And you divide it by 12, you'll see how much you are getting at the end of the month and how much somebody is getting as his first check. For just streaming on YouTube is a big deal, and I'm going to learn more from you so that I'll make more money. I'll probably resign and go and sit at home and do things. But thank you so much. Yes.
Alifu says great discussion. Mami for sensing here saying here is very hot with the conversation. Usika says I'm proud to be. We want to make this very engaging, so we have 10 minutes more to wrap up from this session. But then again, you all bear with me that if you have this educative content on YouTube and any social media, it doesn't fly. Let somebody just twerk. Let somebody come and remove some parts. It's always flying. So that's why you're here. So this question is directed to WODE Maya. What is happening?
Listen, educative content actually pays you more than the person twerking. This is the education that a lot of us don't have. When it comes to YouTube, the amount that everyone earns is different. And it's different based on your viewers, based on the content. So I don't know if somebody's talking about finance. Person who is talking about finance, he makes maybe double of my salary. But he has less views. I don't know if you, but the twerking, the comedy channels, they can have millions of views, but their views can never be compared. Let's say a comedy channel had 1 million viewers. My 100,000 views is stronger than the person who had 1 million views on comedy. So it all depends on the kind of content. And let me tell you something, create evergreen content. I call it evergreen. Content that you'll be sleeping. You see, we have content that we call fast food. Or if your Schwarzenegger has said this, it's called fast food because tomorrow it won't be relevant. But let's say this man is a fintech guy. I interview him. This video, even my children will come and watch it. And for that reason, I'll be making money every day. So I can sit here. I mean, the channel is running because people are watching videos that I did maybe 5 years ago. So it's not about twerking, and don't follow those things. It doesn't pay. Yeah.
All right, thank you so much. But how long did it take you to get your major breakthrough?
Major breakthrough, I'll say that it's during COVID. Major. COVID, that was 2020. Yeah, COVID changed my life. I'm so sorry. A lot of people died. Maybe I saw rest in peace. But COVID, that's when I discovered my own potential. That's when I used to travel a lot. but I was just traveling out of passion. I just want to travel and celebrate beautiful stuffs in Africa. Until COVID, then I went to Kumasi for the first time. My mom was even mad at me for traveling during COVID. And when I got there, that's when I brought content about Africans that are doing stuff in Africa. Because Africans never believe in themselves that they can do stuff. And it was an insult. Somebody insulted me. That, you keep on showing us good stuff about Africa, but these things are for Lebanese, Chinese, and the rest. No African can do this. And I asked this woman, he said, how long did it take you to build this? He said, it took me 4 years to build it, but this is mine. And I told their story. And it went viral. And when it went viral, I realized that, oh, COVID, a lot of people are home now. Yo, I didn't know anybody. See, I was born in a village. You see the slippers I wear? I wear it so that, try and show it on camera, yeah? So that people that were born just like me, I was born in a place that, sitting here is a privilege, man. I was born in a place that when you get there, you'll be like, oh, what am I from here? You won't believe it. But that's how I was born. So when I told the story of the woman, I told her, you know, your video went viral, do you know that? He said, yeah, people are even buying me jet skis to support my business because they never believed that a woman can do it. I didn't know anyone. He said, oh, I have a friend. And this person said, I have a friend. I have a friend. That's how I got to know. See, I spent a week in the house of Kasapreko. You know, how many of you know the founder of Kasapreko? He has never granted interview anywhere. No TV station in Ghana has interviewed this man. No one. But he invited me to his house. You know why? Because he said that, I love the fact that you are going out there telling people that you're a village boy and you're living the village life. I'm a village man. And this is what I want to, this is what I've achieved, and I want a village boy to tell my story. He built a castle in a forest. You know, signature. Have you seen the building signature?
Yeah.
You know the owner? It's for him, that's his signature. See, successful people in this country are not known. Don't let anybody lie to you. The richest people in this country, TV3 is not talking about them. The ones that you see, forget. Next question.
All right, so it will only be fair to give you the chance to engage them. Any question from you? And let's make it balanced. So you point to whoever you want to interview them.
To ask, how do you start a YouTube channel? And then are there any regulations concerning starting one? Thank you.
YouTube session. You have a Gmail account. If you have a Gmail account, you have a YouTube channel. Yes. Thank you. If you have a Gmail account, you have a YouTube channel. All you need to do is to create your first ever YouTube video. But I will also recommend go and watch YouTube. YouTube itself is a university on its own. Go and watch how to create a YouTube channel. There are steps for you to follow. But how your channel to be monetized, that one, YouTube has changed a lot of things and we don't have enough time. But go to YouTube and just type how to create a YouTube channel, how to monetize your YouTube video. YouTube is going to tell you that there's a video that are going to come up. You can watch any of them and all your questions will be answered.
Africa. So my question goes to Udmaya. Where you got into, even when people are listening to you, they are paying money. There are a lot of young businesses in Ghana, like myself, that sometimes we need just small opportunities. So my question is, where you got into in the social media space, everywhere, are there some platforms or means that you are using it to help those of us who have started our own business, not in social media like my building construction? Somebody, my writer said, when you go to the north, someone share better to produce products. Those businesses which are not in the social media space, are you using your means to help them?
I think if you really watch my YouTube channel, you'll see that I'm doing a lot. I even have a charity I declared the whole year as the year of charity. When it comes to entrepreneurs, I charge for business, like businessmen, right? We charge a lot of money, man. The $500 is for, yeah. But apart from that, I've never charged any young entrepreneur. I've never charged any farmer. I support. I'm actually building a school, what's it called? The Volta region. We do a lot of stuff. Maybe you don't follow me that much to see that.
Today's my first time on video.
Thank you. So I do a lot. I bring people. I even send people to go and because I cannot do everything. I'm very busy, but I think I've dedicated my platform to help. I have three things. I think love, unity. Then I support everything that counts. So probably I've never met you. That's why you've never got a piece of Wodemaya. But
I think you to Apia. We are taking you to Apia.
Oh, they have to pay me, these guys.
So I want to ask Wodemaya if he's taxed on the money he gets. I want to find out like if there is anything like that.
I'm just tired of paying tax. Tax? It's a lot. And I believe that my tax can be somebody's. It's sad though. And we are just, I mean, working as a YouTuber, knowing how much that drops in your account, you need to pay tax because you're a citizen of the country. But I have also a company, right, that also pay tax apart from my YouTube that I've been paying tax. So I pay tax to the American government because I pay tax to the American government because my platform is in America. It's a long story. Because I lived in China, by the way, and in China YouTube was not allowed. So I was doing YouTube illegally in China. So I had to get a VPN to change my location to America so that I'll be able to access YouTube in China. So till today, I sit here, I get my viewers from US, and I have to pay tax on it. And it's a lot of money, man. If anybody can help me on that, I'm so happy.
Any other?
One of your videos when you visited Peru and gave one the one who discovered ABTP Stone Age, you gave him 3,000 USD. I want to ask one question. Ever since you donated such amount of money, have you gone back to see the outcome of what you did? Because we went there with a team and it was marvelous. And thanks for helping him also, and we want you to do more to help Motherland.
Thank you for that. And this is what After should be doing, but I'm doing their job for them. This man discovered a refuse dump and decided to convert it into a tourist site. And I heard the story. I told my team, let's go and support him. So we gave him $10,000 to continue what he's doing. And I think he reached out to me during cool. They have something. Easter. Yeah, he wanted me to come around because there were a lot of people that were benefiting from what we did. But my mom, Easter, Christmas, sorry, you have to spend with her. So that's why I couldn't go, but thanks for that. I'm definitely gonna go and check on him. I'm so sorry. I just get so busy about certain things. Yeah. Thank you so much for that.
He keeps mentioning his mom, right?
Yeah.
I liked Wodemaya means my mother.
My mom, yeah. Yeah, so my mom, she's even here with me. So my YouTube channel name is my mom because I'm an aeronautical engineer, and my dad was like, I don't want to see you on YouTube. You have to be an engineer. Then my mom was like, you know, your dad is straight, but you know, I'm just gonna take care of him for you, yeah? Just do it, but don't be too loud. So my mom did the job for me in the bedroom, yeah, I think so. And then 2 weeks later, my dad gave me his blessings. And when so that's why they call me Ghana Baby. So my YouTube channel used to be Ghana Baby. So when the YouTube channel started picking up, I'm like, the best thing to do is dedicate this channel to my mom. So I use a Chinese phrase which means my mom, Wodemaya, that you've been saying. So you're literally calling me my mom, but sorry, I'm not your mom.
Right, so we want to pick the very last submissions for your conclusion remarks. But then again, on an average, how much do you make from YouTube? Nobody asked that. Do you want to know how much it makes on the average? We are interested in the numbers. We don't want that hypothetical statement. We want the numbers. We want to be inspired. We want to be moved today, right? Or we shouldn't ask. Jay, take the mic.
So I'm not gonna talk about myself, but averagely, my platform, my channel, we go for $30,000 to $50,000 every month. I'm saying the channel that I have, averagely with 1 million subscribers, it's $30,000 to $50,000 every month.
$30,000 to $50,000.
$30,000 to $50,000 every month.
If you want to convert it, I'll do it.
Kindly convert it.
The current dollar to CD is actually 8 cedis.
It's 8 now.
8 cedis.
So let's use the average of $30,000
times 30,000
times 8.
240,000 cedis.
2.4 billion.
Oh, baby. The old Ghana cedi. Yeah.
So a man, I'm wondering who in Ghana receives this a man? Which institution unheard of, right?
I'm telling you.
This can we start a YouTube channel tomorrow? Who's ready to partner? On that note, I think Alfred, it will be very fair to have your conclusion remarks.
Well, I've learned. I don't feel like I even came to say much, but thank you for this. I'm just hoping that we're all living here with a renewed passion and understanding about digital media, and we're ready to make the most out of it because we have the tools. We all have smartphones. That is the first step and the way to go. So thank you guys for this platform. Thank you so much.
Mr. Perkins, over to you for your conclusion remarks.
Okay, from a technology point of view, I just want you to know that very soon we'll get to a point in time that internet will be free. And so when it's free, I mean in 2050, the most populated youth will be in Africa. So what it means that there's an opportunity for all of us to be on social media and make money out of it. Start now, so that when internet data is free, then you'll be able to have the access to it and make all the money. And remember, the money he's making is perpetual. He can will it to his children forever.
What I can say, let me just take it from my colleague. Africa, we have about 830 million youths, and then this number is expected to double up to 845 million, and these people are highly unemployed. Now there's after Udimaya, my mom has been talking about a simply African free continental trade. Africa is opening up its borders so that we can move to South Africa, to Nigeria to do businesses among ourselves. IMF has already said that about 30 million Africans are going to be brought out of abject poverty if AFTA is well implemented. And this is, by virtue of this program, this is good news to every African young entrepreneur. And I was happy what my friend was saying concerning the YouTube thing. You will just see that Udimaya is making money, then you jump onto it and you will not be making money, you lose passion, and then you will say he was a liar. So, but when you are going it and you are attending it as a business, then you secure enough investors or investment for it. You have your timeline, you have your plan. You will never be dissuaded by the initial barriers or challenges you are going to encounter. So that is why we are saying that all the youth of Africa, no matter where you are, what you do, be part of the After Young Entrepreneurs Federation, because we are mobilizing the African youth, we are networking them, we are giving them access to funding, training, so that they can be in a better position of participating and benefiting from the African free continental trade area. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. WODE, your last and concluding remarks.
Whatever passion that you have, invest in it. And trust me, your passion will feed you in the future. Thank you.
That was very brief. Thank you so much. And on behalf of the organizers, we want to thank our supporting partners for staying with us too, and our very astute fellows, the Young African Media Fellow across Africa. They've been very wonderful. Can we give them a round of applause? They're watching online, some are here. It's been wonderful. To the lecturers who took us through, to the speakers of today, at least we knew all the faces that come here. These are people who charge you more than $500 and above when you engage them. But they have spent this time with us, sharing with us this wealth of knowledge, and we can only thank them. To the organizers and the coordinators, the ushers, and everybody who came here, we can't thank you enough. And to you yourself, give yourself a round of applause.